And start by saying a happy Easter to you all. It's Good Friday, and I'm sure that many of us with the opportunity would be out and about in the sun enjoying the holiday. But given the current situation, I think majority of us, particularly in the care and support field, will be working and continuing to do what we do most days, really putting the people that we support at the centre of what we do. But I do hope that at some point during this break you will get some time to spend with your family, be that in the garden or not. I'm just giving you your weekly update really, so I've got some stuff in relation to pay terms and conditions just following on from last week and some updates on PPE. But I just also need to let you know that obviously you will be aware that over the last few weeks we have been caring for individuals who've been showing signs of the coronavirus, most of whom now have started to get better from those signs and are continuing to live at home with us and be supported every day. Unfortunately, we have had a few people that have gone into hospital, some of whom are getting better. But unfortunately, last night we lost our first person to the coronavirus, so they had a positive result from the coronavirus test and they passed away in hospital yesterday. This is really sad for us. I thought we'd done so well compared to other people who work in the sector who've had numerous deaths within their organisation. This is a first for us. At this minute in time, all we can do is send our condolences out to the family and to say that our thoughts are with them, but also our thoughts are with the staff that have cared for this individual for a very long time at that property and who I know, will be really gutted by this death. And just to say to you all, I know that what you will do, you will continue, you will rally around and you'll continue to support the rest of the people that need our help at the minute. But to say our thoughts are with you and thank you so much for helping that person in the last days of their life before they're admitted to hospital, and I'm very sure that they would have appreciated and thanked you for all the care and support you've provided. I'm not going to go on about it because it's a sad note and we all need to keep positive and focused and continue to do what we do every day, which is deliver great services to people. So I'm going to move on just to update you. Last week, obviously, you had the vlog, and attached alongside the vlog in an email, I sent you a copy of an update in relation to all the variety of different situations that you may find yourself in that mean that you can't come to work and what that would mean for you. And we started to touch on something called the Job Retention Scheme, which means that we have the ability to talk to you about being part of the furlough scheme, which means we can claim some money back towards your salary from the government. We also talked about people contacting the 111 line if you've been off work for more than 7 days, because we need to obtain a fit note through the 111 line in order to be able to pay your sickness benefit. So if you have been off, if you've rang into work, your 7 days have expired and you still need to be off, I urge you to go onto the 111 line and to get a copy of that fit note so that we can put that down on our records. At the moment, we've got a few people showing where we haven't received that document. So if I can urge you to get that to us, that would be brilliant. And then we can keep our records up to date during this time. The furlough scheme now, we've managed to get some further information through some legal advice that we've taken and through the information that's coming out from the government. And that was set out in the briefing that went last week. We've now developed a risk assessment for anybody that falls into those categories. And those categories are mainly people that fall into the extremely vulnerable or the vulnerable categories, or a member of your household falls into one of those medical categories. And we are now undertaking something called a risk assessment form because we need to be able to provide evidence to the government that we've gone through a rigid process to establish why an individual should be furloughed. So if you are already off, or if you feel that you may fit into one of those groups, you need to contact us, or we will contact you and we will go through that risk assessment form with you to ensure that we can provide all the correct documentation if we do go through the route of applying to the government for the contribution towards your salaries. Last week I also talked about members of staff who have relief contracts and how they would be paid, and that was documented in the briefing that came out as well. We've now managed to do an initial calculation of the average pay that individuals have had over the last 12 months, and this will be emailed out to everybody next week once our HR department are back in work, and we'll get that out to you via email. So again, it's really important that you check in and you're picking up on your emails. If once you receive that average pay, you're unclear what that's been based on, or you don't think that's right, then obviously you'll have an opportunity to contact us, and we can relook at that again for you and just provide you with any further information that you may need to ensure that you believe that you would be getting the right pay and the right overtime rates since the 23rd of March, when we agreed to pay time and a quarter. In relation to the time and a quarter, we did also get some queries from staff that already receive enhancements on top of their pay where they do extra hours, and that generally tends to be staff on TUPE contracts, mainly from the NHS, and for staff working in the Northampton schemes who were on Midland Heart contracts before they joined us. Because you already get those enhancements of time and a quarter, what we've done is we've applied that time and a quarter to people on EMH homes, EMH care and support contracts, so that we are providing that incentive as well to them in order for them to come to work for the additional hours that they are at the moment, that are over and above what people would normally be doing. So just to make that clear, and if you've any questions or concerns about that, I'm happy for you to email them through or contact your line manager. A lot of you will be aware that from the 1st of April, national minimum wage increased, and for a majority of our employees, your pay fell below national minimum wage. So from April the 1st, we've inflated anybody's hourly rate where their hourly rate was less than £8.72 per hour. We've inflated your rate to that from the 1st of April. That is not our pay award for this year. That is obviously in line with the government guidance for national minimum wage. We are still waiting for confirmation from our contractors around the inflation that they're going to provide to us in relation to our income. And then we will take the opportunity to re-establish our financial plan and to then look at what is the best award we can provide for staff based on the level of income and the inflation in our income that we are asking for at this moment in time. So as soon as we've got that information and we've calculated it, we will do what we usually do, which is write out to you all to notify you that what your pay award will be for this year. So if anybody gets that inflation in their salary, that's not just your pay award, it is just to bring you in line with national minimum wage. And the other bit I want to update you on is the PPE situation. There's some guidance been sent out this week from Central Hub, just re-emphasising what needs to be used and in what circumstances. Again, we've had the quality team all week chasing their tail to get the PPE that we need. And this is mainly due to a shift in government guidance that came out last week. So we did think last Friday that we were on top of the PPE situation and that we had got enough stock to be able to distribute to all of the services, to mean that they got the right equipment to be able to deliver services for at least a week. Unfortunately, due to the change in government, we've had to reposition that, and we are now actively receiving the stock, but due to the bank holiday weekend, some of it is not going to come in until next week. Deliveries will have been made today. We have a team that are delivering stock that should give you what you require to last you until at least the middle, if not the end of next week, when we will be redistributing again. So I'm going to end there. There will be some information sent out to you again via email. So again, please check your emails. Make sure you can log on and read those briefings. As always, if there is anything that you'd like to know about that we're not covering, if you've got any questions that you need answering, please send them through. It's important at this time that we're giving you all the assurance that you need and keeping you up to date with everything as we go along. I had some great feedback again last week from the vlog, so please do keep that coming in, good or bad. Any feedback is better than no feedback at all. I'm just going to wish you all the best of bank holiday weekends that you can have in the current situation. The team are around, we're all working over the bank holiday, and we're able to take your calls and provide you with the support that you need. I wish you the best of luck, keep safe, keep well, and I look forward to hearing from you again soon. Thank you.